I recently came across a Jennifer Lopez interview where she said something that really spoke to me. And this was what she said: "You are here until you are dead." So if you ask me, when does it become unrealistic to keep pushing for your dream as a woman, as a mom? My answer will be until you are dead. So picking up from our last conversation where I promised you that in this video I'm going to share 3 lessons that I picked from the story of Caleb. Today, because I'm feeling very generous, I'm going to make it 4 lessons. So what was the first thing I picked from Caleb? One is that he chose to see differently from the crowd. Remember, there were 12 of them who were sent on this journey to spy out this land that the Lord has given them. And 10 people had a different perspective of what they saw. They all saw the same thing. They were all having the same experience. They were all, what they saw, what the report was correct. But what was different, what was their undoing, was their perspective to it. But Caleb and Joshua chose to see differently. They saw the same facts, they saw the same evidence, but they chose to interpret this differently. So the question for you that you can pull from it, that I pull from it: everybody is complaining about Nigeria. Everybody is talking about how difficult it is to prosper in Nigeria. Is that your perspective too? Winners, women who win, don't see things like that. Where others see obstacles, where others see challenges, we see opportunities. Where others see gaps, we see solutions. So what are you saying? Instead of seeing these things are working against you, you can step back and begin to see them as something you can leverage on, because you actually can. So that is the first major thing I learned from him. Then the second thing I picked up from him, the second lesson, is that he didn't forget. Caleb did not forget to. 45 years, he was still carrying this dream. He never dropped this dream. Even if he did, he was wise to pick it up. He held on to this dream. Have you forgotten your dreams as a young girl? Those big dreams that you have. Has life stolen these dreams from you? I think this would be a good time to go pick up that dream. 45 years, that was a long time to carry and nurture a dream. I don't think you have carried your dream longer than that. Even if you have, this is an example. If you have forgotten, whatever that dream is, please pick it up. The third lesson that I picked from Caleb is that he asked for what was his. He asked for what was promised. He asked. He was bold enough to demand. He wasn't there sitting like many of us, waiting to be invited in, waiting for these opportunities to drop onto our laps like ripe cherries, because we are promised, because a word was spoken about us, because we said it out. No, he asked. He did not assume that Joshua will remember. And I guarantee, if he hadn't asked, Joshua might not have reminded him. It was his dream, it was his call, it was his promise. So we must learn to ask. One of the life skills we must learn as women is to ask for what we deserve. In that your office, you qualify for the promotion. Are you waiting for them to tell you, oh, it's time? Nobody's going to do that for you. Ask for that contract, for that opportunity, for that platform. Ask. You want to start being visible, you want to start creating platform, you want people to invite you to their platform. Ask. Ask for the life that you desire. Ask for that which you deserve. Ask for what you want. The worst that can happen is that you might hear no. And that is not the worst thing that can actually happen to you. Yes, and then again, you might hear yes. But you never will know if you don't ask. So it's about time, as moms, as women, we stop waiting to be invited in. We stop waiting for these people to recognize us. And start asking. Even in your relationship with your husband, you are there sulking and angry that certain of your needs are not being met. Have you asked? Have you placed a demand? Have you requested? Have you put out with your children? You want them to help you in certain areas. Have you asked them? It's as simple as that, but it can change your life and the outcome of your life. To learn to ask for what we believe we deserve, or for what we desire. He asked. Joshua was his person, but he did not assume. He was not there sulking, but the Lord, you were there when the Lord promised me. It was us. Now you are the leader. You are not doing anything about it. It wouldn't have helped him. He might have gathered in some people to say, hey, yeah, poor you. That wicked leader. They don't think about the poor. No. He went and he asked. And when he asked, it was given. So start asking. And finally, the other lesson I learned from him was that he was ready to fight for what is his. You see, for the fact that he was promising does not mean he was going to get it without a fight. For the fact that this, you know deep down that we are destined for great things does not mean you will go and sleep and watch TV and scroll through social media and one day you wake up, it will be yours. No, sister, you got to fight for it. But the question is, are you willing to fight? Caleb said he was willing. He was willing to fight for what belongs to him. And you know the funny thing, the place that was promising was Hebron. And this Hebron is noted to be a mountainous city, country, difficult terrain. Again, where tribes of giants already are living. There were giants, different tribes of giants. We are already calling that place home. These were the people he was ready to go and face. The question to you is, are you ready to scale whatever mountain that might come in between you and your dream and your goals? Are you ready to fight the giants? Are you ready to slay the demons? That it was promised you that you are naturally given to that you can feel it in your bone. This is what you are called to do. Does not mean it's going to happen for you if you are not willing to fight for it. You'll fight for it. And in this case, the fighting for you might mean you getting ready to pick up a new skill, getting ready, writing that email, making that call, going to get that degree, new degree. Whatever fight means for you, if I tell you how much I'm fighting every day to find my voice in the digital space, like at a certain point, it's almost like everything is conspiring. The way our society is, where because of the country where I'm residing, many things are close to us in the digital place. Payment platforms, opportunities to learn things, so many things. You go there, you find out that we have been blocked. But I have chosen not to give up. Every day I'm fighting to establish my voice, my authority. Sometimes I cry. Yes, sometimes you can cry, but what happens after that? Clean your eyes, put on your lipstick, wear your heels, and go again. Be ready to fight. If you really want it, if you really believe in that dream, be like Caleb. Tell yourself, tell your men, let's go get this. And they did. Giant or no giant, mountain or no mountain, they got their land. And this is exactly what's going to be your result if you are ready to fight for what is yours. Now I'm sounding like a pastor, right? So, but really, I really would love for you to get this, to be ready. I want you to get the life that you deserve, your best life. Don't settle. It might take time, but please be like Caleb. That was 40 years ago, right? It was told me 45 years ago. I'm ready. Before I continue, I want to ask, have you subscribed to this channel? If you haven't, please, this is a good time to do that. Do that and don't keep it for later. Do it now. Thank you. Thank you. And the next thing I want you to do is to please share this video with as many women as possible in your network. Let's start a movement with this channel, with this message. Let's get as many women as possible to stand out and begin to make the commitment that is needed to live their best life. And I know that with your support, we can get this thing done. In the next video, I'm going to share with you why your golden years can actually be your best years. Yes, this can be your reality. So to make sure you don't miss out on any of these juicy conversations, make sure that your notification is on. Until I see you again, remember, you can choose your best life. So dear woman, don't settle. See you in the next one while you stay thriving. Bye.